Hello, it's me, Chandler Klebs, and recently I have been learning how to use Blender. I'm going to show you some interesting things I can do using Blender. Okay, so I'm going to go to my 3D software here, and I'm going to show you just a few basic things here. Alright. Okay, it's taking some time to load up. Alright, so what you see here at the beginning here is, we have this cube. Now, it's possible to move this cube anywhere we want. And see, when I left click here, it moves that cursor there. And what's interesting about this cursor is that that determines where new shapes end up. So if we want to make a new cube there, we can. If we want to make a circle here, we can. And we select objects by right-clicking. So that's pretty basic. But there's all these different primitives. Now, there's a whole bunch listed here that come when you first install Blender. And some of the coolest ones, for example, are the UV sphere. This is the UV sphere, and it has like all these different rectangular type parts of it. And so there's different things that could be done with that. And then there is the icosphere, which is actually extremely cool. And depending on how you do it, okay, let me delete that one, because when I make a new one, what it does is it lets me choose how many subdivisions there are. And so basically, the more subdivisions, the more like a sphere it looks like, but it's made of all triangles. So that's something pretty basic there. Now, it's pretty easy to make all these different shapes. And there's also, let's see, let me move this out of the way. There are also some special objects that I have here that can be made. See, it's possible to make a regular solid, which are the coolest of all. So there is the tetrahedron. Here's the hexahedron, which is the same as the cube. Here's the octahedron, the dodecahedron, and the icosahedron. So, which is also the same as an icosphere with subdivisions equaling 1. So here's the thing though, that particular one doesn't show up by default, and this is something that I want everyone to know. You go to the add-ons in the user preferences. Okay, why is it crashing? Okay, that's weird. And let's see, weird. There's all sorts of, the add mesh one. See this add mesh extra objects? That wasn't selected. I had to select that. But all of those extra things, including the regular solids that show up, that they only appear if that add-on is enabled. But see this, all of this stuff here only appears when that's installed. So the extra objects. And what's a geodesic dome? I have no idea what a geodesic dome is. Oh, that's weird. Now what's this? Oh, strange. Yeah, I don't even know what exactly is going on here. Oh, how strange. Yeah, well, obviously I don't even know what that does, but it makes some cool stuff. Now, as you see, I have a bunch of objects here. And the other thing that's important to know how to do is to color objects. And I had to watch some tutorials on how to do this. See this? This thing pulls out, and this is the Materials tab. And see, there's all these other tabs, but I don't know what any of them do. I don't use them. I hope I never need to know what they do. They look complicated. Very strange stuff. But anyway, this one, the material tab, is the important one. And here's why. See, there is a material here. And here's what's interesting. It's the default material that all objects have. By decreasing the intensity of something, it changes it to black. Okay, I'll change that back to white there. But see, this lets you pick any color here. You can even change the numbers manually. It can be done either by typing them or simply by sliding after clicking with the mouse, which is a quick way. So let's make that green. Now, what's interesting here is it colors different objects based on what they are, what's selected. But it's right now everything's turning green. So it's necessary to make a new material. So let's say I want to make this sphere over here be a new material. I'm going to make a new material. First, I'm in a new material slot. Then I will, let's say, we'll make that one look kind of red. And you can increase the intensity as well. Okay, so see this sphere is now red. And I'm going to show you that it's also possible to set individual sides of an object to be different colors. So what I do is I go into edit mode. I can either press tab, which goes into edit mode, or I'll go back and you can change from object mode to edit mode. And what that does is it lets you select individual parts of an object. So okay, I'm going to press the period thing, which is the delete key on to focus and aim at this cube. Now, what I have to do is I have to go to face select, and then I right click on a specific face, and then this is where it gets interesting. So I can make a material. See, I used the red material, but what that did is it made all of the faces red. But let's say I want more colors, then I need to add new material slots. Yeah. So, okay, so there is, I will do the plus sign, add a few new materials. Then we will change this material. We can make it that one green. And then, and that material is in memory because we use it for the other objects. That's why it's there. So, but if I want to make another side, I have a green side there, but if I want to make another side blue, then I right click that one and then go to this material slot here, which is not assigned yet, do a new material, and then I'll just kind of make it blue like that. And then I have to click assign to do that. So that's very interesting. And there's something else that you can do. You can select multiple sides at one time. So if I want to select this, and then I hold shift and do this, and then we make a new material that's going to be applied to both sides, and let's say make it cyan, then that should work, and then we can assign it to both of those sides at once. So that is how I've been doing my art in Blender. Basically, I just use the default primitives, or just make the shapes using that special add-on. Since I don't know how to construct a lot of shapes manually, but I just want something quick that lets me make the shapes, and then I color them using the method I just showed you. And now this particular type of thing is not something that I would necessarily save. It's just a bunch of strange shapes all over the place. But if you made something you want to save it, you can just save it. But you can also import and export to various different file formats, which is important for uploading to certain websites. I've uploaded things to Remix 3D as well as Sketchfab, and they're both pretty good. So let's see. What I'll do is I'll close this, and I'm not going to save that because I didn't do anything real fancy there. but I do happen to have some stuff. Okay, I have too much stuff all over here. Okay, so I have various different things, and here's my Blender folder. And the very first thing I ever colored was this thing. Now I'll first show you what it's like before it was colored. This is the icosphere that was all gray, just using the default material, before I learned anything about colors. But if I close that one and then open this file, you will see something entirely different. This one, I probably spent about 45 minutes to an hour working on this one. This one, not only did I make new material slots and then assign to each face individually that color, but then I even named the materials by the color name that they would be in the English words. So see, that's just it, is that I did it that way. And so that's basically how I make these shapes in Blender and then color them. And it's actually very exciting because I like the platonic solids. So hopefully, if somebody else is into platonic solids and wants to know if Blender can do this kind of thing, this video might help them do it. So hope somebody enjoys this. So I think that's all I need to say for now.